Sup, hoes? This is Taylor, and gameplay once again irrelevant. Game of survival mode, MW3, but doing the you rather again because everybody seemed to enjoy it so much. And if you would do me the good, favorable deed of clicking on that link in the description to go back to the first episode if you didn't see it, or perhaps you want to watch it again, who am I to judge? Maybe I'm just so phenomenally great in that video that you just can't get over it. Maybe you just put it on repeat as you fall asleep and turn the volume down, or maybe even wear some Beats by Dre. I have my ever just perpetual voice just pumping into your ears, relaxing you, keeping you off the streets. That's what I'm doing, you know? You can thank me, or you can send me money. I'm fine with both. But anyway, so you rather, let's get going. Got to get up to the web page. All right. So, would you rather eat a container of butter or drink a bottle of maple syrup? Well, I don't even know where to begin on this one. Like, what is a container of butter? Like, what is this universal container that nobody filled me in? I missed the email. I'm sorry. I'll have to check my junk folder later. Like, if someone showed up with, like, a shot glass, a small container full of butter, yeah, hell yeah, I'll take a shot of butter. I'm an American. I live on that. It's already in my blood, man. But if you show up with, like, a caboose on a big train full of butter and say that's technically a container, you got another thing coming, bro, because I'm going to be chugging that maple syrup. So, given that the container is of reasonable quantity, I will say butter. Oh, really? 19% said butter? I'd rather eat butter than drink a bottle of maple syrup. Think of how sweet and just sticky and slimy your mouth would be. At least with butter, it's just like there are no, like you're not fooling yourself. Like, I bet as you drink the maple syrup, you're trying to convince yourself, like, yeah, this isn't too bad. Like, this is just maple syrup, you know? It's not that bad. At least with the butter, you're not fooling yourself, and you're just saying, yeah, I'm eating a goddamn stick of butter. Deal with it, you know? That's how I feel about it. On to the next. Would you rather be the first person to walk on Mars via a one-way trip or never travel to space? So I assume what they mean by one-way trip is that I just go there and then die on Mars. Like, if I died on... If it was like a... I don't know how long it takes to get to Mars, honestly. Like, let's say it's a 5-year excursion trip of knowledge and romance, perhaps? No, you're going to be only one, I guess. But I guess I'd have to say never travel to space, because just the idea of thinking of myself out there alone in that just vast, encompassing blackness, just not seeing anything, just completely, everything that I know is just on a little tiny mote of dust, just sitting there, just like not in reach. That horrifies me. That makes me so scared. Like, I don't think I could. I think I'd probably go crazy if I got sent up into space by myself for more than a little while. I really don't think I could do it. I'd get claustrophobic. I'd start freaking out. But it would be cool. I'm not taking anything away from people who would say that. It'd definitely be awesome. Wow, 25% of people would like to be sent to Mars on a one-way trip. That's kind of sad, actually, that we have such a shitty world here that we're like, yeah, I'll take my chances, like going to Mars. All right. Would you rather find $5 or have your local WNBA team win the championship? Well, I mean, this isn't really even a would you rather. I'm going to take the $5, but I mean, I want to talk for a minute, like, what other options could be there that I would also choose over the WNBA team winning the championship. I would rather have another bottle of Gatorade in my refrigerator right now than have my local WNBA team win the championship. I would rather have, like, one free pass on, like, going to the bathroom, like a magic pass. Like, if I had to pee real bad, but I was playing COD and I didn't want to go, and I could redeem this magic pass to have my pee just whisked away magically, like I suddenly didn't have to pee, and it only worked once. I'd rather have one of those coupons than have my local WNBA team win the championship. I would rather, like, I don't even know. There are a lot of things I'd rather have. I'd rather have a fresh pencil than that. I don't have any pencils, and I had difficulty bumming those off people in class. I'd rather have an extra 10% charge on my battery right now. That'd be nice. I wish if that light on my Hauppauge HD PVR recording device, I wish that it was green instead of blue. I'd have that instead of that. All this to say that really the only thing that I'd rather have, that I'd rather not have, would be like something negative, like torture or having to marry Kardashian or something like that, you know. So I'm gonna go $5. Oh, yo, 85% would rather have $5. I don't even think we have a WNBA team. Would you rather be a robot or be an alien? There's so many angles to attack this with. I don't even know, but I'm gonna say alien because at least then, if they're like equivalent to human intelligence. I have the benefit of being independently sentient instead of having to be made and have artificial intelligence, so I'm going to be an alien. Really? All right, 58% say alien, 42 say robot. A little bit higher robot rate than I would have anticipated, but who knows? I mean, to each their own. Who am I to judge in this fantasy world of wouldyourather.com? Would you rather eat only human remains for the rest of your life or starve to death? Eat only human remains for the rest of my life. Clearly. Like, what? 58% of people said they'd rather starve to death. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Really? That's like saying, would you rather have burns on 60% of your body, or would you rather burn to death? Like, it does that. What? Like, or it's. Would you rather eat 10 cockroaches every morning, or would you rather have 1,000,000 cockroaches consume your flesh while you're alive? Like, that's retarded. 58% of you, for shame, you morons. And I mean, it says the rest of your life. So, like, if I get tired of eating human remains, I'll just starve to death on my own time, you know? The least you could do is pick the option where you eat human remains, you know? I don't know who's supplying these remains. Hopefully I don't have to do it. I mean, otherwise it's a much nastier business, you know? All right. Would you rather be hung by a noose or be decapitated by a guillotine? I'm going to have to say decapitated by guillotine, because noose, that has a lot of nasty side effects that people don't talk about. Like, number one, if they don't put it on right and you are dangling down there, chances are it didn't completely sever your spinal cord and you're still alive and you're kind of feeling all of that agonizing just anguish just rushing over your body in waves, just the most just awful just torment as your lungs filling with liquid, just feeling terrible. Or you die immediately and then you just shit yourself in front of everyone. Just boom, shit everywhere. Really? That's not how I want to go out. That's like, come on, man. Really? Show me a little bit of dignity. At least with the guillotine, like, chances are it's going to be, like, immediate. And I can at least experience that, like, 10 seconds afterward as, like, all the blood that's fresh and that's oxidized in my head leaves my head, so I can think, like, while that's happening. That'd probably be the most horrifying few seconds imaginable. Just, like, the imminent feel of death just pulling at you. Well, this got a lot sadder than I thought. I'm going to say guillotine. Yeah, I figured that. 79% say guillotine. That's a C+. Would you rather admit all your guilty pleasures to friends and family, or never partake in any of your guilty pleasures again? I would rather just tell my family everything. Just spill the beans. Because if I had to give up all my guilty pleasures, what the hell would I do? Actually, I find a very good way to circumvent this entire question. I really don't feel guilty about any of my pleasures, so it's not really a guilty pleasure, you know? They say guilty pleasure like it's bad, like oh, looking at porn, guilty pleasure. Like, this isn't the kind of guilty pleasure like your Sunday school teacher would scold you about. This is like a real guilty pleasure. Like, if I had like a fetish, or I'd like go out to like parks and like oogle children, yeah, that's a guilty pleasure, because that's not good. Or if I were an arsonist and I went around and burned things down, yeah, that's a guilty pleasure. But I mean, I ain't hurting anyone with any of my pleasures. I don't feel guilty about any of them. So I'm just gonna say no to this one. But just because I want to know the percentages, I'm going to say admit all of them, which 69% of people agree. All right. If you only had to read one series for the rest of your life, would you rather read Harry Potter or read Twilight? Oh, what a circle jerk of a comment. Like, this question is just like, hey, I love Harry Potter. Everybody reaffirm what I already know about the internet subculture and how much we hate Twilight and Justin Bieber and Taylor Lautner and Robert Pattinson. Harry Potter. Don't be a faggot and post shit like this. Wow, 12% of people stood up and said Twilight. Oh, kind of good for you. Good for you, standing up. If you like those books, enjoy yourself. Read those books as much as you want. I don't get why people hate on books so much like that. Like, if you don't want to read it, don't read the goddamn book, Problem solved. Bam. Would you rather be a dinosaur or be a narwhal? I only have to look at the first half of this question, because dinosaur wins out no matter what. Yeah, I thought so. 67% of people say dinosaur, and 67% of people said dinosaur, and 33% of people are idiots. All right. Actually, if I were doing like a real stat, I'd say probably more than 33% of people are idiots. Would you rather be infertile or have a child that passes away before 5? I would say be infertile, because passing away before 5, like, I wouldn't want to put a kid through that. Like just tantalizing a kid with like just the first few like glimpses of like actual like cognitive activity, like just when the child's becoming old enough to kind of understand their surroundings, just having it robbed from them. Yeah, definitely no. All right, would you rather get swine flu or get West Nile? I don't know enough about these diseases to like know which one of these is more deadly, but I mean, I haven't heard about anybody dying of either of these things in the U.S. at least for a while, so I'm going to say West Nile. At least then I get a little bit of ethnic flavor, and it's not just pig flu, you know? Ooh, 17%. I must have picked the one that's extremely dangerous. My bad. All right. Would you rather drink tea or coffee? I don't drink coffee because I think it tastes bitter and like poopy, so I like tea. Ooh, 51% tea, 49% coffee. This is a duel over here. America versus everywhere else. All right. Would you rather have comically large feet or have a comically oversized head? I'm gonna have to go with the comically large feet because I mean then at least like nobody's gonna be looking all the time. Like you can hide your feet pretty easy. If you've got a bobblehead and you look like a lunatic walking around all the time, nobody's gonna want to hang out with you. You're just gonna be that big head guy. You can be the most brilliant, wonderful, nice person ever, and nobody will ever remember you as anything other than that guy with the head that is like the size of a blow-up beach ball. So. Yeah, pretty common sense answer there, guys. If you were a screen character in real life, would you rather be James Bond or Doctor Who? I'd rather be James Bond because I don't know if like he has a little black book, but I'm pretty sure it'd be the size of like a yellow book, and he's definitely got all connects with the ladies, even if that means a tad of syphilis and a pinch of gonorrhea here or there. You know, get over it. Don't be a bitch. James Bond, 70%. Nice. All right. I think I'll do one more. I got time for that. It's not like I don't have time for it. I'm drowning in time right now. But would you rather have a large painting of yourself or have a life-size sculpture of yourself? Oh, dude, life-size sculpture. Can you imagine the cool pranks that you could do? Like I could set my side sculpture up on the side of the road, and it would just be me just giving the finger with a big bottle of booze in the hand, and it'd be like made of concrete, and I'd put it up late at night on Saturdays, and as a cop drove by, they'd be like, what the hell's that guy doing? Swigging beer on the side of the road and flipping us off. Then he'd pull over and see that it was a statue, and then I'd come out of the bushes, the bushes, and high-five the cop, and we'd have a really good laugh. It'd be a great time. So definitely sculpture. Yeah, I'm the minority on that one, 49%. And yeah, I'm going to do one more, just because I feel like it. Would you rather be stoned to death or be grounded? Well, when are we being grounded, huh? Is this like grounding someone on like the opening night of Lord of the Rings? Or is this like grounding someone on a school day, you know? It all makes a difference. Because if you were grounding me before I was about to go to a really great movie, you may as well just stone me to death, you son of a bitch. So I'm going to go with stone to death. 19%. All right, nice. A little bit of a minority, but we're good to go. That's all I got to say for now. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you would do me the honor of clicking on those links in the description if you made it this far and rating the video, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be kosher. And, yeah, that's all I gotta say. And if you appreciate these long videos, beat the shit out of that goddamn like button!